As I am walking, I'm reflecting on 2024 and what God has done. Probably like so many, we've had to face and go through so many challenges. As I reflect, I see that I didn't always make the mark that I felt that I needed to make. I didn't always dot every I, cross every T. There were some times that I messed it up. There were times that I just didn't want to do it. I didn't have the strength. I didn't have the willpower. There were times that I waddled in my anxiety, in my depression, in my menopause. I was allowing it to control my life and allowing it to getting ready to take me down this dark path. But I also realized that I saw myself keep getting up. No matter how I felt, I saw myself keep pushing through. I saw myself overcoming every battle, every challenge, everything that was thrown at me. I saw me keep getting up. And even though I had minimal strength, I had less of a fight. There was something on the inside of me that caused me to keep getting back up again. I saw myself transitioning. I saw myself getting ready to pivot because I started to pull myself out of the pit. I saw myself creating healthy boundaries and sticking to those boundaries, staying focused, because these are some of the things that you need to do in this next season if you are wanting to pivot well. I don't know about you, but I'm going into 2025 strengthened. I am healing. I am transitioning my mind, my body, my soul, and spirit so that it can be in alignment with God, what God wants to do in my life, in my family's life, in this next season. You know, they say if you want something better, you have to do something differently. And sometimes we are expecting things to just fall out of the air. And though God can do that, because He's good like that, but there is an action that is required on our part. That means there are things that we have to do in order for those things to take place. It's already there in our future. It's already waiting for us to get there. But we got to do the work. Faith without works is dead. And so when I realized that, and God showed me some of the areas that I was still holding on to, my marriage, my previous marriage, my church, Garden of Prayer, Johnson Memorial, the things that were, they are no longer. And realizing that they were things that helped build me, build my character, build me to be the leader that I am today. But now it's time to move forward. And the only way that I can move forward, that we can move forward, is forgetting those things which are behind us God wants us to pivot well in this next season. So regardless of all the things that may seem as a negative, and that's another thing that we need to stop focusing so much on the negative things in our life, but more positive. When you start thinking out about the positive things that have happened in your life, they will outweigh every single time the things that are negative. Some of the things that we have lost, and I'm not talking about when we have lost people. There are some people, they can never be replaced in our life. But whatever reason God has allowed it, there's a reason and a purpose. We may never know that, but somehow we have to gain the strength to move on and to move forward, as hard as that may be. But 2024, 2025, I am declaring the bounce back year, and that everything that God has for me in this next season, I'm going after it. And I want you to go with me. Are you ready to be empowered and inspired to evolve into who you were created to be? New life is springing forth, and it shall be in your life and the life of your family. But what are you going to do to get in position? Are you ready to transition? Are you ready to pivot? Are you ready to move forward? Only you can make that decision. You have more power than you think you do. So the moment I released those things that were bondage in my life, then God just started downloading things to me. Things that He planted 15 years ago, 14 years ago, 13 years ago. Things I had been writing down, and He's now bringing them to pass because I'm now ready. Some of us have held up our blessings and held up opportunities and held up what we are supposed to get because we won't let go and because we won't do the work. But I want to encourage you. I admonish you. What's back there is nothing compared to what God has for you moving forward. But you gotta be willing to do the work. Yes, it is a sacrifice. Yes, you're gonna have to lay some things down. But let me tell you, it's gonna be worth it. You know, I also realize that there's some things I have to do different. And I hear God saying increase. Not only increase in your finances, we always look for that, but increase in my spirituality, increase in my love, increase in my grace, increase in my giving, increase in my time, sowing my time in the right places, linking up with the right people, being better, me prospering, me being in good health. And so we have to increase those things that we used to do. Some things we don't even need to do no more. We need to revamp it all together. But I just wanted to say thank you for all of you all who have been rocking with me. And I mean really rocking with me. I appreciate you. Some of you I may not even know that you have been supporting me, you have been praying for me. But I want to say thank you. But we're going to go into this 2025 yet praising, yet seeking, and we are going to go higher in the things that we are supposed to go in. Are you ready? Let's go.